This is a message of appreciation to the President of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama. I want to thank you that at last somebody has listened. And I also want to thank all those who might have forwarded some of my videos to some of these African leaders and others who have reacted, others as docile as they are. They wouldn't do anything. Also, by extension, to Samia Suluhu, President of Tanzania, some of the measures taken to make South Africa sit up. She, like I mentioned yesterday in my video, she has closed borders between South Africa and Tanzania, given South Africans 48 hours. This, I wouldn't support this, but what else? She's the president of her country. I can't run. Because when you see what has been done to other Africans, even Ghanaians have been attacked. In fact, all other Africans, they have been attacked in one way or the other. She has now ordered Samia Suluhu. She says no more export from Tanzania to South Africa. So these are some measures. So I want to thank President Dramani Mahama, the President of Ghana. At last, this is a message coming in from, I got it this morning, and today is the 8th. I want this to be in record. Today is the 8th of May, 2026. I get up this morning and from some of Ghanaian platforms, because before I go out to speak, I watch what is going on. I want to make sure it's authentic. Everything is authentic. And I'm going to read it. This is news. You can see it here. It says, the news is from Ghana One TV. It says, Ghana One TV News Alert. Ghana reports South Africa to AU over xenophobic attacks. Once issue on mid-year meeting agenda. So at last, we deserve better. Africans deserve better. We cannot continue to treat our people, continue to hate ourselves. South Africa, you didn't handle this issue well. As a government, there are people, if people commit crimes, arrest those individuals. At least you have police force. What is their job? You see citizens attacking mob justice, whatever that is going on there. You killing your other people. There are all other races living in South Africa, but you target your own. Who made us like this? So, President Dramani Mahama. This is another screenshot again, this time from Joy News. You can see that is the president there. That's why I'm sending him this congratulations. A tap on the back. Mr. Mahama, you wanted to leave a legacy. I think these are some of them. Ghanaians, what else do you want? A president that is up. Now, listen to this. This news published yesterday, 7th of May, 2026. It says, Controller transfers 6.1 million Ghana cedis to Ghana Medical Trust Fund from President Mahama's salary donation. Appointees, contributions, and penalties for asset declaration defaulters. So you see, this is a president donating his salary. How much? 6.1 million to the Ghana Medical Trust Fund. And to add to the whole world, to all African countries. This is what we call functional democracy. This is a man who, Mr. Mahama, sometimes, your leniency is too much. He has sacrificed, when he came to power, I think that was earlier on this year. 6 months of his salary, all donated to what they call Mahama Care. I think Mahama Care. Caring for his people. Medical center, making sure things are going well. Okay, who can afford to sacrifice 6 months of his salary as president? You can calculate how much. 6 months. This is another one he's donating. How many other African presidents can do that? Why is he not the president of the African Union? Now he has dragged South Africa to the African Union. This mid-term meeting, this should be a table on discussion, so that measures could be taken against South Africa. I want to thank you. Do you think somebody like this, they can make him president of the African Union? Of course not. Because African Union is not controlled by Africans. It's controlled by people from outside. This mediocrity should end. This mediocrity should end. Imagine, he has not ended there. He is asking all his appointees, the ministers, they should contribute to help Ghana. And in addition, to declare assets. If you don't declare assets, there will be penalties. This is what we call functional democracy. If we cannot have functional democracy, then we don't need democracy. We don't need it. We don't need it. We will only need military leadership. If the military leadership will serve Africans and for the interest of Africa, we are willing. We are willing to serve anywhere in Africa, any country. And every African should have that opportunity as long as your interest is to serve people that look like us. We see our people running away from motherland, Africa. That is our roots. That's where all black people come from. We see our people dying in the seas, dying in the desert, boats capsizing with our people, dying every month. There's no month you wouldn't see Africans capsizing, dying in the seas. Some eaten up by wild animals in the bushes, as if Africa has become hell. Of course, it's hell. Africa is so rich, but look at the people so poor, because Africa is basically managed from outside. This must have to end. Mr. Mahama, there's two or three more other things I want you to do. This thing of gayism, lesbianism, this is not from our culture. You have been in power for, I think should be close to a year now. Why have you not? I spoke to the former president, at least Nana Akufo. They didn't pass that bill. This thing is not in our culture, and we will not allow it anywhere in Africa. We will not allow it. And this goes, send me this message to all African leaders. This madness. You see a man telling another man, I love you. I want to pay you money. Let's go. This nonsense. Nature has made a woman for a man for a woman. Why should another man be nosing around the anus of another man? What do you want from another man's anus? This nonsense should stop. Anyone promoting these things, I think there should be laws enacted for people who are promoting this nonsense anywhere in Africa. This thing should end. That is one. Number two, you promised Mr. Mahama, President Dramani Mahama, Your Excellency, you are one of the best leaders so far that I have seen. I have observed you for a long time now. This is your second term, and you say you want to leave a legacy. You will go, this time you will not come back. I hear your people appealing to you, pleading to you to come back the third term. I don't think that is possible, because by law, we must be able to follow the law. So if you truly want to leave a legacy, you said those who have looted state funds before leaving power, you were going to prosecute them. Why the delay till now? Why? Why are you not going after them as you promised in your campaign election? I supported you. Listen, ask my Ghanaian friends, listen to me. I don't care which other African country. I will speak up for all Africans, all countries. We want to make sure the face of Africa is changed. That development, this desire, the people can settle back home. I can basically say I am a stateless citizen. Because look at the war that is going on in the former British Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia. That is another thing I want to appeal to you, Mr. Mahama. We should all make efforts to end that genocide. Genocide has been going on there in the former British Southern Cameroon for 10 years, since 2016, 2017 till now. How many people have been killed? Why are we quiet? Justice. Justice has to be done. We must go to the root cause of why this genocide has been going on. Table this issue as you've done to the African Union at the International Criminal Court. Please, I want to thank you very much for hosting citizens of the former British Southern Cameroons and protecting them. At least they should sit there. All of them, they don't want to come back because they want to come back to a free former British Southern Cameroon. I also want to thank Nigeria for all the other former British Southern Cameroonians, Ambazonians, who ran over there because of genocide. Some have been killed in many other places. But please, I want to appeal to all Africans, all countries. This time, you must show some mercy to all these people who are escaping. All of us, we can't go home. And I also want all countries around the world, those who are, arresting our brothers, our sisters around the world, because they're speaking up. They want to kill our people because of their own resources, and they want you to be quiet. When you speak up, they arrest you. Please, I'm appealing to all countries around the world. How did you have your freedom? How did you have your independence? Our independence, the independence of the former British Southern Cameroon, was voted by the United Nations. 64 countries voted for that independence. Only 23 voted against. 10 countries did not vote. They know. But after discovering huge mineral resources in the former British Southern Cameroon, they now turn around pretending to say that they cannot, that independence, which was slated to be on the 1st of October 1961. They now said former British Southern Cameroon is too poor. It cannot, if they grant that independence, they cannot be able to run that country. That is the root cause of the genocide that is going on today. And they connive with La République du Cameroon, or French Cameroon, through France and Britain, international conspiracy that is going on to continue to loot the resources of the former British Southern Cameroon through French Cameroon. Please, this is another thing I want you to do. To all African countries, we must sit up. African youths, I have told you, and this applies to the whole world. When we see evil anywhere, we must be able to speak up, to act. Who says you cannot, your voice doesn't matter? We all see that good is good. Evil is evil. Everybody knows good is good. Evil is evil. Why do we still go doing the evil things? Corrupt leaders, looting state resources, and they go free. And you expect that Africa can change. What kind of democracy? If there is no functional democracy, we don't need democracy. We need something that works for the people, work for the continent, work for the African countries. My grandfather used to say, Demo, Bemo. You say one thing and leave the other for another day. For today, I want to end here. In other words, we can continue another day. But for today, this is what I will end. Thank you again, Mr. President Mahama. Thank you for finally taking South Africa to the African Union for this discussion to be brought up on the table to end this nonsense going on over there in the name of xenophobia, asking all African countries to leave, all African citizens to leave. What about the South Africans who are living all over other African countries? Are they driving them? Are they killing them? A lady, two ladies, dragged on the road, pinned on the ground, open their legs, remove all their clothes, pinned on the ground, open their legs. Another one is pulling this leg, another one is pulling this leg. They're smashing into their private part. Why can't we have respect for women? Who are those to protect our women, our girls, our ladies? 2 Nigerians killed from the report we got over there. In fact, in the past, so many Africans have been killed. Sometimes they catch somebody, threw a heavy stone on their head, and the person dies. Carry car tires, put petrol inside, hang it on somebody's body and burn. They're killing our people. Where is our respect for human dignity? This is crime against humanity. South Africa should be pinned down on that. That should end. Nobody should tell you a lie that your voice doesn't matter. South Africans, in the next presidential election, vote Julius Malema. That is your president. Thank you.